Doom, 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 doom. Y'all rock with me now. Welcome back, man. Y'all welcome your boy back. I might not come on often, but when I come on, I have a lot to say. And today is one of those days we have to say what needs to be said, man. Welcome back to Monday Night Vibes. It's your host, Asante, Mr. Pick Six Samuel, two-time Super Bowl champion, Pro Bowler, All-Pro. Yes, all that record-breaking cornerback and the last cornerback and one of the only quarterbacks to intercept 50 interceptions during the 16-game season era within 10 seasons, man. Clap it up for your boy, man. Hey, never forget that. Never let that die down, man. For some reason, they don't promote that. They don't want to pub your boy up, but hey, it's all good, man. We're not here to talk about me today. Hey, but if it comes to that, we can get into it. But yeah, man, tonight, Monday Night Vibes, we have to talk about Coach Prime and his issue with Coach Liam Cohen of the Jacksonville Jaguars and Travis Hunter. Also, we talk about Shedeur Sanders. There's a lot of noise being spreaded about Shedeur Sanders and the possibilities of his future. And we have to, we're going to get into a little Carmelo Anthony. And also, my UCF brother, my college teammate, Brandon Marshall. He's been going viral, man, lately as of 24 hours, man. Yeah, it's crazy, man. But how y'all doing out there, man? Y'all put your 22s in the chat, man. Salute, man. Y'all talk to me, I talk back, man. But yeah, let's get into it tonight, man. Let's get into it. Hey, if you haven't heard, Coach Prime isn't happy, man. He is not happy. Travis Hunter won't be playing both sides of the football this season. Full time, that is. Coach Prime isn't happy. No, he's not happy. And we agree on a lot of things, and a lot of things we do not agree on, right? Me and Coach Prime. And we might not agree on Travis Hunter playing both sides of the football, but I truly, truly understand where Coach Prime is definitely coming from, right? Shedeur Sanders believes Travis Hunter should play both ways all the time, not part-time, all the time, he says. And when Coach Prime was asked about Travis Hunter playing both sides of the ball, and how he felt about the Jacksonville Jaguars handling this situation, because it's new to them. It's new to everyone else. It's not new to Coach Prime. He says, they're not going to ask me. He says, I thank God that you're asking me. The kid won the Heisman Trophy playing both sides of the ball. That's all I got to say on that. That's a big statement. There is no comparison to what he's able to produce on the field. It's no comparison. I can't say who I would compare him to because I would be lessening that person. That's not fair to him or the person that I'm comparing it to. He's different, man. Yes, Coach Prime is 100% right. Travis Hunter is different. But times are different also. Times are definitely different. And I bet the comparison Coach Prime is talking about is definitely him. Because who else would it be? Who else could he be hinting at? But I feel Coach Prime, and he is eager to get on that phone with the Jaguars head coach to discuss how to use Travis Hunter. Rightfully so. I mean, Jacksonville did draft Travis Hunter to play both sides of the football full time and have not succeeded. Came close to succeeding. To the point that they are abandoning the idea. So the least Liam Cohen can do is have a conversation with Coach Prime, the man who is responsible for Travis Hunter playing both sides of the football full time. The purpose of Jacksonville Jaguars trading up in the draft for Travis Hunter was because he plays on both sides of the football at a high level. But if they was to have a conversation and get on that phone, I really wonder if Coach Prime can convince them, give them a system, some type of motivation to continue to let Travis Hunter thrive on both sides of the football. I think the chances are very slim, but I wonder. Because that's the least they can do. Coach Prime is responsible for Travis Hunter being an outstanding athlete on both sides of the football. Jacksonville Jaguars stated a while back that Travis Hunter will focus on one side of the football, which will be defense. That doesn't sit well with Coach Prime and a lot of people. But Coach Prime has to understand, and we all have to understand, Coach Prime was one of one athletes. And not just one of one athletes. He played in a different era when football was kind of just developing. Speed wasn't as speedy as it is now. You understand what I'm saying? How fast Coach Prime was is like racing a regular Toyota against a souped up Lamborghini Urus, you know? Coach Prime was just one of one. Travis Hunter needs to master one position. That one position is cornerback. He needs to master that first before he should be playing both sides of the football. I see Travis Hunter as a superior athlete. He is indeed a superior athlete. However, the NFL has superior athletes all over the field. But of course, no one has done what Travis Hunter done. He plays at a high level, has a high motor, and he can withstand the pressure of playing on both sides of the football. He's proved it. Just not in the NFL yet. But if it was up to me, I would use Travis Hunter for specifically designed plays that are specific for him and tap into his offensive abilities. Maybe 5 to 10 plays in some games. Maybe not all the games. In some games. And I wouldn't force the issue. If the time was right and we had plays designed that I feel comfortable with against the team that we're about to face coming up this weekend, then it's time to go. But making Travis Hunter permanently play one side of the football is going to affect him mentally, especially after the Jaguars promoted Travis Hunter will play on both sides of the football since drafting him. That was the reason for drafting him. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, one season, they're giving up on the idea. That can make a player feel like a failure. That can absolutely make a player feel like a failure. Because all we know is winning and accomplishing our goals. We've made it to the NFL. Now you're telling me I can't play both sides of the football? I feel down on myself. That can rip a player apart. And I know Coach Prime understands that. But don't get it twisted. Jacksonville Jaguars has a pretty good team with a legit defense. They are not to play with. You cannot run the football on the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's a cornerback's dream. And they've done all that without much contribution from Travis Hunter. If Travis Hunter can somehow make the Jacksonville Jaguars better and Trevor Lawrence is on top of his game, man, watch out. That would be scary. I must say, that would be scary. But Travis Hunter has to go out there, man. I want to see him be all pro at cornerback, right? If he can end up playing both sides of the football, hey, man, best of luck to everyone involved. We all know that if you played in NFL, you understand the pressure it puts on the body, the wear and tear you deal with. My concern with Travis Hunter playing on offense is how many tackles can he take on this level? He doesn't have the biggest legs. He isn't the biggest guy. And these defensive players are 250 plus pounds, falling, rolling on you, twisting your legs up and things of that nature. So that would be my concern, and which is a concern of a lot of people, being that he wasn't healthy this season, for the most part. But salute to Travis Hunter, man. I want to see him go out there and succeed and have a breakout season this season, and make everybody think about their decision. So we'll see, man. We'll keep you updated with this. But now, moving on, man. Next story of the day, we have to talk about Shedeur Sanders, man. And what is going on with Shedeur Sanders? Last time I I was on live. I reported and talked about Shedeur Sanders bridging the gap. Now, supposedly the Cleveland Browns are fielding calls of the availability of Shedeur Sanders. For news like this to start circulating out of nowhere isn't a good sign for Shedeur Sanders.
Are talks, ongoing calls about the availability of Shedeur Sanders. The Browns, for whatever reason, don't think he's the guy. That's my opinion. And I'm sure they'll say, what are you talking about? He's in a quarterback battle. Okay. But
they just had minicamp. It sounds like he was their guy. It seems like he was starting to gain favor on the coaching staff. But a couple of weeks later, this is what's going on. Let's continue.
I'm going to say right now, for the record, I don't think the 4 quarterbacks are going to camp on July 28th. I don't. Nothing is imminent, but the calls are being made. And I think it's probably in the best interest of both parties here.
Let me tell you something, man. One thing you have to understand in NFL, and especially when a new coach comes in town, anytime a new coach drafts a quarterback, it doesn't matter which round or pick that quarterback is selected. He becomes priority to the new coach over any other quarterback that didn't get drafted by that new head coach. Or the team doesn't have obligations to pay guaranteed money left on the deal to any other quarterback. Those new quarterbacks that are drafted are priority because they saw something in those players, and that's why they decided to draft them. And we haven't been hearing much about Taylor Green, but I've seen a few articles circulating that tell me Todd Monken really likes what he sees in Taylor Green. So don't be surprised if we start hearing more about Taylor Green. Shedeur isn't just in the battle with Deshaun Watson. He has to beat out Taylor Green as well. Tylen Green has tons of potential. He is 6'5", ideal height for quarterbacks in the NFL, and he runs a 4.3 40. If Todd Monken sees any signs of any of his quarterbacks with a little bit of Lamar Jackson in them, eventually he will make them the starter. And Taylor Green sounds like, hey man, he fits. He checks off the boxes, right? But he's a rookie, and he has a lot to learn, right? And he's just a potential guy at this point. So he hasn't proven himself at all in the NFL or what he can do at this level. But watch out for Taylor Green, because if Todd Monken sees what he's used to seeing from his days in Baltimore, man, he's going to have the edge. That's just the way it is. He is a bigger, faster Lamar Jackson type of player. And that would be ideal for Todd Monken. If Todd Monken can get anything close to Lamar Jackson, that's who he will go with. That's like an automatic reflex for him. Now, trading Shedeur does not benefit the Browns at all, nor does it benefit Shedeur. Shedeur was drafted in the 5th round. No other team will be willing to give up a draft pick better than the 5th or 6th round for Shedeur Sanders. Either, once again, somebody is using Shedeur's name to get clicks, to get views, hating on Shedeur with all this bad press about the possibility of being traded. Or somebody is once again hating on Shedeur, Oh, no, they're hating on Shedeur. Or Todd Monken doesn't think Shedeur has what it takes to lead the team. It's either or. And I 100% believe Shedeur Sanders has what it takes. And I think he's showing and proving to people that he can do it. He's been doing it all along. No one was able to play to their full potential under Kevin Stefanski. This type of news typically doesn't come out of nowhere. That's why we're talking about it. Somebody from the Browns staff decided to put the word out. Calls are coming in about the availability of Shedeur. All of a sudden, Shedeur went from looking good in minicamp and bridging the gap against Deshaun Watson to now he may possibly be traded. What happened in such a short amount of time? What happened? And no, I don't think Todd Monken plans on keeping 4 quarterbacks or even 3 on the roster. He may have 2 on the roster and 1 on practice squad. So it's going to be a battle. But if these rumors are true and Cleveland somehow can get a 4th round pick or better to trade Shedeur Sanders, that will be a win for Shedeur and the Browns. That will up Shedeur value as a player in the NFL. You know, being that he was a 5th round pick and some team decided to trade for Shedeur with a higher draft pick than he was drafted, that will definitely up his stock. Some people see trading Shedeur as a good thing. That's not necessarily the case, people. We want Shedeur to make the coach, Todd Monken, believe in him. And the possibility of trading him just sounds like complete nonsense. That's what we want. Because the grass isn't always green on the other side. We may have ideas and teams that we think he could succeed at, but there are so many obstacles you got to maneuver through to make it to where you're going to as, you know, not just a black quarterback, as a 5th rounder. No one is willing just to go out there and put their job on the line, and because they believe in you. They still have to play the politic game. Understand? But what's really hurting Shedeur the most, he isn't protected from being a 1st round pick like most of these other 1st round busts out there. If that was the case for Shedeur, he would be the starter until he messed up his opportunity. The NFL draft really screwed Shedeur, man. But understand, the cream of the crop always rise to the top. And when you got it in you, you got it in you. It's just if you are given that opportunity, a fair chance to rise to the top, to be the cream of the crop, to rise to the top. Because if they give someone who isn't better than you, someone who shouldn't be rising to the top, and that person does just enough to satisfy everyone around, then you have to sit back and wait for your opportunity and hope that opportunity comes. Just like Shedeur did last season. Got his opportunity, and I wouldn't say he made the best of it, but he did good given the circumstances that he was dealing with. So salute to Shedeur, man. Salute to Deshaun Watson. Salute to Taylor Green, man. Salute to all them boys. Everybody loves to see a great competition and hear all the stories coming out of that competition. But let's see, man. Let's see if Todd Monken is going to be leaning towards a guy that gives him more of a Lamar Jackson type of feel that he's used to. So we'll wait and see, man. If Taylor Green ends up being a starter within 1 or 2 seasons, hey, we know what this is all about, man. You got to be able to run and escape out here in the NFL these days. Ain't nobody just drafting no offensive lineman to protect you anymore. You got to be able to avoid sacks out here. And yeah, it's all good, man. But next topic for the night, man, we have to talk about my UCF brother, like I said, Brandon Marshall, man. And oh man, Brandon Marshall is under fire. Brandon Marshall, the good brother, is under fire, man. He is under fire for his extreme discipline to his kid. Some people may say it's extreme. Some people may say it's just good discipline. And my issue is, what state of mind are the parents in when they decide to give the child that extreme discipline, right? Now, if the parent isn't malicious in his discipline, in his or her discipline to the child, and they just genuinely believe they are helping that child become a better person, leader, all of those great things, then go be great, Dad. Go be great. But that isn't always the case.
No different than when we were in LA, Santa Monica, running at midnight on the pier. We wanted to do that. We love to do that. And then there's correction. Then there's discipline. You're walking, run. Discipline, correction is good. Even 2 a.m, we run. I don't got to put my hands on you. But I'm training you up to.
Discipline correction is good. Now, he has that lingo, convention now. Let's go. Be Marshall.
Be a warrior. I'm training you to be a leader, to serve, to have discipline, to be better than me. Run. Let's go. If you don't start running, we're going to go 3 miles. So you better start running because you don't know when I'm going to tell you to stop. You don't want to listen? We run. We work.
All right, we get the point, right? We get the point. Yes, we want our kids to be better than us, 2 times better than us. But the fact that this happened at 2 o'clock in the morning, if anybody didn't know out there that this happened 2 o'clock in the morning, that raises red flags to me, for me. And the second question would be, when and how did Brandon decide at 2 a.m. we're going running? 2 a.m. is a good idea to take my young child running. When did he decide that? What was his mind? What was his thought process? Also, the age of the kid is very important. But you see, parents disciplining their kids like this can do more harm than good, depending on the age. And that's the problem we have. We don't have any foresight of the things and the problems that our extreme discipline may cause to our kids until it's too late. Parents get anger and discipline confused and mixed up. Think about back in the days when one of our parents came home screaming at you, right? Or us. And you couldn't figure out why. Dad just came home screaming, yelling out of his mind, ready to put his hands on everybody in the house. You know what the issue was? They got off work from a long, hard day. And they didn't have anybody else to take it out on besides their family. That's who they took it out on. Their defensive, his defenseless family, basically. And as a young kid, we had to take it. I'm not saying it happened to me, but I've seen it, and I spent the night of numerous people's houses, and I would see just anger. Bunch of screaming and yelling all the time. And when dad and mom came home screaming one too many times, you probably thought about running away a few times. Those are the type of effects extreme discipline can have. Most parents only understand hard discipline, but they don't understand how to provide positive reinforcement and keep the kids encouraged. That is so important. One of the more important ways to raise a kid is through encouragement. Not all that extreme discipline. Encouragement wins over discipline. Nah, I think they're a little equal. I'm gonna say they're a little equal. But encouragement goes a long way, man. Y'all will be surprised. You can discipline your kids through encouragement. Some parents are just drenched in negativity and make their family suffer from whatever they be going through, whatever's happening in life. I've seen it all in my life, man. I've seen angry parents yelling at their kids all day, 24/7 for nothing. I've seen the worst of the worst, you know? Shit, when I'm going through it, I express my anger on Twitter. Y'all see me going off. Sometimes I'm going through it. Sometimes I'm just talking with shit. You know, I need somewhere to vent. Dang it, let me have some fun on Twitter. I'm not really angry like that, though, you know? But at the end of the day, we, you, them, have to learn not to take our problems out on our immediate family, our loved ones, people in general, period. Unfortunately, that's usually the case most of the time. The anger is taken out on the immediate family, the immediate people around. After going viral, man, that kid probably will remember this day forever. If not forever, a very, very long time. And the fact that Brandon thought it was a good idea to post this on the internet says a lot in itself, right? I'm thinking the same point he wanted to make at 2 a.m., he could have made it at 8 a.m. But I'm not there and I'm not the parent. So who am I? I'm just here commentating and reacting, baby. So, you know, I hope everything is cool. Brandon Marshall and his family are doing well, man. I hope everybody is well, man. And we don't want to see anybody going through any issues that are affecting them, you know. So, you know, we all have problems in life. Life is always going to life. And yeah, man, Brandon Marshall. Yeah, man, I hope big ups to the family, man. So we'll see, man. We'll see. But you got to watch out posting these type of things on social media. You don't know who you could have coming after you. This is definitely evidence in anything you're going through. If you have family issues, family court, divorces, you know, this can be used against you. But let's get to the last topic of the night, man. Y'all know I'm excited to get to this topic, and I couldn't wait, baby. And we're going to talk about Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony. When this news first hit the airwaves and things, the social media, all over the place, and I kept hearing Carmelo Anthony, all I could think about was the basketball player. And I'm like, Carmelo Anthony. But, you know, I tend to forget that, you know, the generation named their kids after their idols and people that the parents looked up to and so on and so forth. So I eventually caught on, man. But here we go, man. And one thing I would like to tell everyone, don't get caught up in the system. Don't put yourself in a predicament where the system is going to put you on trial to be judged by 6 to 12 people. Because these people have all sorts of tricks they play to get convictions. Do not play with these people. After watching the video of Austin Metcalf walking over to confront Carmelo Anthony, that was pretty much all I needed to see. Once Austin and his crew decided to take matters into their own hands, to make it their business to remove Carmelo Anthony from the tent, 100% proves Carmelo Anthony didn't have any intentions of hurting anyone, let alone murdering another person. But when a life is gone, people want that, the person who caused the life to be gone, they want their life to be over as well. That's just how it goes. Let's check this video out. Started over here. So there's Austin Metcalf allegedly walking with his crew. Like a gang. you know, how, I mean, how dangerous does this look? Now that we know what's going on, this crew of people was heading to confront, attack, we don't know, but one person. They was heading to confront one person. This crew of people. This crew of people. Unbelievable. Rest in peace to Austin Metcalf. And now we have Carmelo Anthony locked up for 35 years. Unbelievable. 35 years. Let's get to the part where they're under the tent. Under the tent. Of course, it's a little blurry. We can't see too much. But obviously there's something going on. Looks like a little push, a little shove. Boom, boom, boom. Get up out of there. All right. Watching this video. This video could not have made it. Could not have been evidence in trial. It could have not made it to evidence for this trial. Carmelo Anthony was being stalked. He was stalked and found guilty for minding his business, then having to defend himself. And if you don't believe there is much more clear footage of what happened that day, you are absolutely crazy. Too many kids around with phones. Too many kids around with phones for there not to be much footage. The first thing kids do, they already have their phone out recording. And the footage is edited to show little as possible in defense of Austin Metcalf and whoever else involved. That's the key. Whoever else was involved. Was this Austin Metcalf fight? Or was this his brother fight? Or was it one of the associates hanging with the crew? Honestly, looking at that video of Austin Metcalf walking to confront Carmelo Anthony, Austin Metcalf looked like he was getting ready to go rob somebody. If I was outside in the streets and I seen that crew coming towards my way, I would be prepared, thinking they're about to come rob me. Now, carrying a pocket knife, utility knife, whatever it is. I remember as a kid, I used to have those little knives that I had with me from time to time that had all the different things on it. It had a knife, it had a can opener, it had all type of things on it. That's what it sounded like Carmelo Anthony had. Carrying one of those knives does not show Carmelo Anthony intended on hurting anyone. But because Carmelo had a pocket knife on him, that day, the people who want to see Carmelo's freedom taken away forever pushed the narrative. He came to the track meet to intentionally inflict harm on someone. Just so happened to be Austin Metcalf, I guess. Those same people Understand this. Those same people are the ones who advocate for gun rights, the right to bear arms. But now that Carmelo Anthony has a utility pocket knife on him, he had an intention to harm, murder, whatever they want to say, someone. How crazy is that? Everyone has a right to carry a weapon, following the laws of their state. Whether it's a pocket knife, you can conceal a weapon, a firearm, whatever it may be. That doesn't mean that everyday Americans have the intention to go out and harm people because they have a weapon on them. They have a weapon to protect themselves, just like Carmelo Anthony did. But when you're a black man in America, it's not a crime for us to carry a weapon. But if we use that weapon we have the right to carry, as a black man against the system, we barely have any protection from the law. That's just the way it is. And we have to understand that, sadly. So please stop it with the he intended to cause harm because he had a pocket knife on him at a track meet. He probably wasn't the only kid out there with a pocket knife. I bet more than 40% of Americans carry some type of weapon on them on a daily basis. I know it. I remember as a kid, every adult had a pocket knife on them. And when you needed some work done by them, you needed your shoestring cut, you needed them to open a package, the first thing the man would do was whip out that little pocket knife. As much as we might not like it, man, I know I hate it. We have to start participating in jury duty. That's the only way we can get justice and protect our freedom and be fairly judged. We have to start participating in jury duty. We have to bite the bullet, man. We have to. In the Mr. Child case, there were 5 black jurors. None in Carmelo Anthony case. But Mr. Child was acquitted. He isn't guilty. He's home. He's free with his family. And Carmelo Anthony was sent to prison for 35 years. Black folks don't want to send people to prison. It's very hard for black people to say someone is guilty. Let's send them to prison. I mean, you have to be an absolute monster. You have to be scum of the earth for black people to want to send you to prison. Because we understand why these prisons were built and who they were built for. Man, if there's anyone that can make a more logical assessment of the situation, it would be someone working for the educational system. But those 3 people were disqualified. Can you believe that? Or y'all understand the system and you believe that because you already know how it works. Not one black person was on that jury. And we're supposed to be judged by our peers. But you decide not to put any young black African Americans on the jury. Intentionally. And I thought when you shot someone in the back, you are automatically guilty. That's the rule I thought. Now, I understand the system. You got the right lawyers. The right lawyers know the right people, knows the prosecutor. The prosecutor, is cool with the judge and they make things shake. I understand all of that stuff. But when you shoot somebody in the back, you're automatically guilty. Even if it's a slap on the wrist, you should be guilty of something. And Mr. Child was acquitted for allegedly shooting someone in the back, whether it was him or whoever they're trying to say it was. Shooting someone in his back is almost always a guilty verdict. But the most shocking detail of this whole Carmelo Anthony, Austin Metcalf case, the most shocking detail in this case is Austin Metcalf has a twin brother. And that twin brother never took the stand? Am I right? Can you imagine that? A twin brother not taking the stand to go support his brother and lie, beg, borrow, and steal if he need to support his brother. That's not suspicious to y'all out there? Is that just a coincidence? Is that just how the system works? We don't want him to be on trial? No, I want to hear what he got to say. Of course, when he's the witness for his brother, he's going to lie, beg, borrow, and steal. I understand that. But he has to be cross-examined. And if you ain't used to the system, you'll fold under pressure. So I think the lawyers protecting this case understood not to put Austin Metcalf's brother, twin brother, on the stand. That's just my opinion. Because once he gets cross-examined, we don't know who started the fight. We don't know who was the aggressor. We don't know the full outcome. We only know the details that comes out of court. Everything the judge let become a part of the trial. Everything Austin Metcalf, weak-ass lawyer, was able to, whatever, bring in his evidence. He didn't do a damn thing. That man, I could have been Austin Metcalf lawyer and done a much better job than that freaking lawyer right there. I would have brought Austin Metcalf's brother in as a witness or something. He would have got on the stand. I mean, I would have brought the footage. I would have had private investigators on soon as he hired me out there searching for footage from everyone. And that's crazy, man. And I don't know what to say about about Carmelo Anthony's parents, man. I don't know what to say. I don't know. Let me just leave that alone. But I do think Carmelo Anthony will be out soon. He may have to spend a couple years, a little time behind bars, which is unfortunate. You know, it's also unfortunate Austin Metcalf lost his life. It's also unfortunate Austin Metcalf decided to go confront and take authority in his own hands, X, Y, and Z. But, you know, what I learned is you keep your hands to yourself. You protect yourself at all times, because if Carmelo Anthony did not protect himself, people say, and I wrote on Twitter, what was Carmelo Anthony supposed to take that L? And I was like, that's crazy work. What does taking the L mean to y'all? Just being able to walk away? Y'all think that was going to happen? You think Austin Metcalf was going to let Carmelo Anthony just walk away after he's being stalked, walked from 300 yards plus? These are bully tactics being shown. So just think about it. Carmelo Anthony says, I don't want no problems. I'll walk away. I'm finna get. They still stalk him down. They tease him. They might push him. Y'all know that. Y'all been kids before. Another kid isn't just letting you walk away from a fight. Maybe 10% of the time, a very small percentage. But if Carmelo Anthony would have tried to walk away, they could have slammed him on his head. He could have trampled down the bleachers. Anything could have happened. Now, I do think that Carmelo Anthony is guilty of something. But first-degree murder, y'all got to be kidding me, man. The sad part about it, everyone that is hooraying and happy about Carmelo Anthony being convicted of first-degree murder, that can happen to you. And they could play games in that system with you. I've been through the system left and right, and I'm still going through the system. And I see the games that's played. They can play games with your freedom in them. And that shouldn't sit well with any American out there. The justice system is supposed to provide fair and honest justice to us Americans. So like I said, man, we have to bite the bullet and start being a jury, start joining the jury out these days, man. I'm definitely guilty of it, but we're going to continue to support Carmelo Anthony, not because he's black. It's not a black or white thing. It's just the miscarriage of justice that everyone should be standing up for. If Mr. Child is acquitted for shooting someone in the back, no, the gun was not pointed at him. And he's free just because he's in another state. He was able to get black jurors on his jury. And Carmelo Anthony's circumstances is totally different just because he's in a different state. And don't you commit no crimes in Texas. Let me tell you that. Texas is not the place to play. Jeez. I heard so many things about Texas, from simple marijuana to, man, you do something, you catch a felony out there, man, it is over for you. But stay away from out to Texas, man. Be on your best behavior. But it's your boy, Mr. Pick Six, Asante, Samuel, man. It was fun vibing with y'all tonight, man. And yeah, man, football season is right around the corner. Training camp is hyped up. I don't know what's going on with this Shedeur mess, but we're going to get to the bottom of it. Shedeur Sanders had to be impressed. That's all I can think of. He had to be impressing somebody for all these articles to come out and say that he is bridging the gap. Unless that is Mary Cabot over there making her own opinions from watching practice and not exactly coming from Todd Monken. But Todd Monken already said that he's seen Shedeur grow and he's been impressed and all that stuff. But we'll see, man. We'll see, man. Hey, man, how we doing out there in the chat tonight? Let me talk to my chat, man. Hey, man, if y'all think Carmelo Anthony, man, was handed a miscarriage of justice, y'all put the mellow in the chat. I want to see how many people agree or disagree. And if you think the sentence handed down to him being found guilty, put the G in the chat. Guilty or something. Let me know. Do you think Carmelo Anthony was dealt a fair opportunity to fight for his freedom, or this was a setup? And that damn dad of Austin Metcalf, it's like he took this opportunity and he said, I'm going to make the most of it. I'm going to become a spokesman. I'm going to start being a political asshole. I don't know, man. It's just like that whole side over there is something fishy about those people, man. And I don't want to talk about all Texas people, because I have people in Texas that I love and they love me back. But that Texas man right there, man, he look a little weird. I don't know if he's cocky. I don't know if he's arrogant or whatever, but I've heard stories and I don't want to repeat that he's, say that how he's a bully and his kids get that from him and things like that. But yeah, man, this goes for everybody. You're white, black, Puerto Rican, Asian, Latino. You get caught up in that system thinking you're protecting yourself like Carmelo Anthony. Your ass could be gone for 35 years and they playing games like you, playing like they did when Carmelo Anthony. So it's your boy Asante, Mr. Pick Six, man. It's Monday Night Vibes, and I had fun rocking with y'all, and I'm going to see y'all next time. Deuce here, baby. Mellow, mellow, mellow in the chat. We're going to see y'all next time, man. We are